This is a One Piece video. Can you guess who I am?
No.
Yes, I'm 𝕤𝕉. I was gonna put the tattoos on me, but I took a shower. Anyways, I have been watching One Piece for like 2-3 years now. Am I fully caught up though? No, I'm not. Why not? I can hear you through the fucking screen.
How have you been watching it for years and you're not caught up?
To be honest, I don't know. Probably undiagnosed ADHD. Yeah. It's just something about watching the same thing over and over and over again for months that just puts my soul in a fucking blender. That's me. The second my brain says it's too much, I'ma dead that shit. Immediately. Hey, get your finger away from... Stop changing the video. I see you right now. I'm looking at you. Don't change the video. We're gonna get to the point. Your brain is rotting from the TikTok. You want me to just jump in and give you 5 quick tips and then... Just let it chill. You're probably thinking she's coming in here yapping, talking about shit she don't really know about. And you might be a little right, but let me tell you, I know motherfucking ball, nigga. The One Piece is real, obviously. I don't think the One Piece is not real. I just made the title that so I can get you to click on it, and you fell for it. So who's really the dumbass here? In full honesty, at first, like 200, 300 episodes in, I didn't think the One Piece was real. I thought it was just like a thought. Like it was like a mantra, the One Piece. I now know the error of my ways. I met the Strawhats. Then I learned their backstories. Then Ace died in my motherfucking face. I swore I felt the blood splatter on my cheek. Then I knew this shit wasn't like your average My Hero Academia. That One Piece is fucking real. So why are we here? What are we talking about? Why should you stay here and listen to me yap, other than the fact that I'm awesome and beautiful and amazing, and you're just gonna subscribe and you just can't live without me? I know. I know. We're actually gonna talk about the Strawhats themselves. Okay, I spent 600 episodes with these people. I feel like I could talk about them. I got things to say. Take one out, whole thing's cooked, chat. We're fucked. We're actually done. That's how important everybody is to the group. No glaze, no glaze, no glaze, no glaze, no glaze, no glaze. But One Piece is one of the best anime groups today. No glaze, no glaze, no glaze. I don't want y'all to... Like, dead ass. I'm being dead ass. I'm not even the biggest One Piece fan. Being dead ass. They are one of the best groups. One of the, not the best. Stardust Crusaders does exist, and you know how I am. You know who I am. I will never put anything over JoJo's ever. But you know, other than them, the Straw Hat crew, y'all up there. Top 3, definitely. Maybe not top 3. I'll put you in top 5. No, I'm gonna put you at top 2. Top 3. But to talk about the Straw Hats, we have to talk about Luffy. The glue of the team, to be honest. When I first started the series, I thought he was just some dumb little kid. I was very wrong. That nigga's about that life. Luffy is about that action, guys. He's about that action. He do not play. He is going to become king of the pirates. He don't give a fuck. He'll go through his own team. He don't give a fuck. He will become king of the pirates if it's the last thing he ever does. And the whole team believes this wholeheartedly. Not a single soul on that crew thinks that Luffy is not going to be king of the pirates. Everybody knows that Luffy's going to be king of the pirates. If you don't think he's king of the pirates, you're an op. and he's gonna come for your ass, and I'll be sitting on the boat next to you, watching with my fucking popcorn. Because I'm not catching his smoke. Hell no. To each of the members on the team, Luffy represents freedom and strength and loyalty and brotherhood, which obviously leads back to why they all think Luffy's gonna be king of the pirates for their own personal reasons, but all the reasons also go together. Like, yes, the dude is insanely strong, like inhumanely strong. Like, this is not a normal person. I don't know how he makes rubber act like this. There's a lot more than that. The Straw Hats really feel like a family. We got Frankie and Robin, mom and dad, Jinbei, grandpa. Then we got everybody else, kids, except Brook. Brook is the uncle. That family dynamic, it drives the appeal of the group even further, because the best group dynamics have a family dynamic to them. Juicy and succulent to get a piece of that. Ooh. Not like that. Pause. Wanna break on the ads?
Girl, there is not a single ad on this video.
Okay, I'm getting fucking sick of you. I just wanted to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe, and hype, and there's other shit now. I don't know what else to do. Just so I know you like the video, you fuck with the content, YouTube knows you fuck with the content, and I have a Patreon now. You will be getting something from me just because you're here and you're just there, and I appreciate you. Early access to videos, extra content, plenty of fucking outtakes, because your girl can't read a fucking script. But no pressure, no pressure. Don't do anything you can't do, you don't feel comfortable doing. It's all okay. I am glad that you are here. Just something you could think about. But back to the video. You better listen to current Brianna. I know she's saying something important. Lock in.
Yeah, boy.
Each member on the crew has their own personal dreams that actually correspond with each other, right? Yes, we're gonna go through every single one of them. So sit down and buckle up. I don't want to hear shit. So first, let's start with Luffy, our captain, our protagonist. His dream is probably one of the easiest ones. He wants to be king of the pirates. Duh. But you can't be king of the pirates if you don't have an amazing, ragtag, fantastic group of friends that is your crew. You need a crew who's loyal, ride or die. They're not gonna choose anybody other than you. That's what you need as a proper captain, as well as every person on the crew makes him a better captain overall. Luffy that we knew in episode 1 is not the same as the Luffy we know today, and that's because of his crew, obviously, and his adventures and his personal development and yada yada yada. But his crew also plays a big role on his character development because he's learning how to be a better leader. Duh. Next is Zoro, our first mate.
Yeah, that's what it better be.
That's official trade right there. But anyways, his dream is to be the greatest swordsman. Obviously, as fine as he is, that nigga was not born the greatest swordsman. He went against the actual greatest swordsman pre-time skip. That nigga almost fucking died. Slashed his shit up. But he needs to go to place and battle these bigger people, battle these more experienced people to grow his skills of being a swordsman. It's obvious, it's 101. So he needs people like Luffy who encourages him to fight these people and who has faith and trust that he can handle himself. He needs people like Nami, our navigator, to get him from point A to point B. That shit's not just gonna happen at the blink of an eye. He needs to work for it. Now Nami, her dream is to create a map of the entire world. That shit is not just gonna appear in her hands. No matter how good of a navigator she is, she's not gonna know everything. And obviously, how is she gonna get around the world without Frankie? Without a ship, right? But even so, navigation is only gonna take her so far. She needs to know the history of some of these places. She needs people like Robin to tell her, hey, like, this is the history of this place. This is how people historically get to point A to point B. This is what we do here. Robin's dream is to know the truth of the world, read the polyglyphs.
Poneglyph stones.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about. She also needs folks like Usopp, you know, to show her what it really means to be brave. She needs people like Luffy to encourage her. And she can't know the truth if she doesn't go out into the world and learn the truth. Now, Sanji's dream is to find the All Blue. Now, let me give you some world building, some lore in there. The All Blue is where all the seas meet, okay? That shit is not just a cruise trip and a flight away. No. Have we all seen the map of the One Piece world? We got the Grand Line, the Calm Belt, the Red Line. What's next? The fucking Purple Line? The Orange Line? The Indigo Line? That shit's confusing as fuck. Now imagine Sanji just going out on his own and trying to figure it out. He would have died. No tea, no shade. Like, Sanji's super strong. Like, he is that guy, but he don't know the sea like that. He needs people like Jinbei, who knows the sea like the back of his motherfucking hand. Next we have Chopper. His dream is to cure all diseases. I mean, just thinking of it in a very forward facing way. In our world, you need to experiment with a bunch of plants and animals and people to figure out what's the best means of creating a cure for this person versus that person, how this works versus how that works, yada yada yada. So I mean, clearly he needs everyone on the team so he can test shit out on everybody. Cue Nami, cue Robin, cue Usopp, cue Luffy. We're not gonna go one by one, but cue Jinbei. You know, just throw Brooks in there for shits and giggles, you know? That's a very surface level way of thinking it, but it's true. And next with Frankie, let me tell you, that boat wouldn't have been made without the Straw Hats seeing fucking Frankie and forcing him to make that boat. That boat would not have existed without the Straw Hats. That's for one. And Luffy pushed him to make the best thing he's ever made and follow his heart and his dream. That's all I gotta say. Brook's dream to reunite with 𝕤𝕠𝕚, that's just straightforward. I mean, the Straw Hats know where and who 𝕤𝕠𝕚 is. So obviously, he needs them to find where 𝕤𝕚𝕚 is. I mean, there's obviously other more introspective and deeper reasonings why he needs them to complete his dream, but if I keep going, it's gonna be like an hour-long episode. I don't want to edit all that. And Jinbei's official dream is to bring together fish people, mer people, and humans all together and create a more cohesive, more united Earth. Yeah, let's go diversity. Let me give you an analogy. You know how you go on campus and then there's those like campus photographers that kind of like walk around and you're in a group of, let's say 2 or 3 people of color, specifically black people. And then you peep that the photographer is taking a shit ton of photos of you and you don't really know why, but like you just kind of like go with it, and then you find out on the website, there you are with your group of friends just chilling. You're on like some website, some social media post. Congratulations, you are the diversity pick. That's kind of what's going on with Jinbei in a less superficial way. It shows the rest of the fish people and the mer people that humans aren't that bad. Like, humans are very strong. You can stand with humans, you can be with humans, you can respect humans. You don't have to worry about them trying to kill all of us. Some of us are good. That's basically what he's showing every single time he's on that crew. It doesn't look forced. He doesn't look embarrassed to be around these people, and everyone's watching. Everyone sees that and everybody respects it. So for Usopp, I'll be so honest with you, I was kind of conflicted because his dream is so personal to him. Like, his dream is to become a great brave warrior of the sea, right? But then I realized I was overthinking the fuck out of it. Every adventure, every person on the crew, they help him become more brave. Every single time. He's on a team with such strong people. Whether they are physically inhumanely strong, or they're mentally strong, or I don't know, he just has a lot of respect for a lot of people on the crew. He was willing to fight Luffy even though he knew Luffy was going to tear that ass up. Going Mary. Way braver in that moment than he was back when he first started. And of course, like I said, there's other reasons and more in-depth reasons, and I can really get into it, but then I'm gonna be here all fucking night. It is 8:30. I don't have the time to be doing all that. I still gotta wash my motherfucking dishes. Yes, the One Piece is here, the One Piece is real. Here is the One Piece, but it was about the journey. And then it just ends and we're just like frolicking in the fields, like Anyways, that's what I think. And I didn't even touch on the people outside of the crew. Yo, Kobe, Kuma, Vivi. Oh my god, banger after banger after banger. Like, I don't think there is one character that I don't like. Well, actually, no, there is a character I don't like. Fuck ass 𝕤𝕠𝕠𝕤. I don't fucking like that nigga. I just think he's annoying as fuck. And he's cheap as fuck. I never liked him. I didn't like him from Thriller Bark. I still don't like that bitch. Fuck you, 𝕤𝕠𝕠𝕤. My obligatory, who's my favorite Straw Hat? It is Brook and Robin. So go ahead and make your assumptions about me. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. And if you stayed this far, you know, you might as well like and subscribe. Every like brings the Going Merry back and saves Usopp from getting pummeled by Luffy. Yeah, I have no other way to end this video other than the obligatory go watch One Piece. So go do that. Bye, 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 bye.
You with this shit, oh yeah, ain't what side you with? Bad still coming in, all kind of shit. Foreign car driver, pull up all kind of whips. Trap nigga fashion, put on all kind of drip.